Yeah, on the subject of conflict, there's a lot of it about, there always has been in the world, but we shouldn't forget, that, when you actually strip it right back, come on, no, no, I'm not edging into that territory again, strippers and things, no, anyway, we could go there later, perhaps, but not just this moment. Yeah, conflict. When you look, when you pare it down, you know, conflict in some shape or form, in the most basic sense, it's what it's what keeps everything ticking and moving, isn't it? That dynamic. I call it the dynamic spur. You've got to have a bit of purchase against which, and your body needs to be fighting something and struggling and juggling to keep all the functions, maintained for the optimum, you know, functions, because otherwise you're going to fucking die, aren't you? You will die. I mean, we're all going to die in the end, but you don't really want to die just yet. But the point, this is the way I look at it, you see, you're sitting down, I'm sitting down, but if there was a, oh shit, if there was a bloody explosion, right now, a massive explosion, what would I do now? I'd be up out of this bloody off this settee. I would, of course I bloody would. Fire, coming from God knows where, smoke, get the fuck out of here. Now that's the fight or flight, isn't it? Right? What happens then? Your pulse, your heart rate, it's all going like the clappers. But once you got out of that danger, it's all got to, you can't have your heart thrashing away because you're going to keel over. It's going to burn out and blow the bloody doors off and everything. And of course that's what I'm saying. It then restores the equilibrium, and this is where we are with nature, in conflict. There's this battle going on and a pulling back, always a, oh God, what is this about? I mean, good God, please. But I was going to talk about conflict, and I'm a great admirer. No, I am, because I am an admirer of JC and the Sunshine Band, as I call them. Jesus Christ. I believe he existed. I don't think there's any reason to suggest he didn't. And he did have some bloody good things to say. He really did. Of course, they had him, didn't they? Fucking had him. Because he overstepped the mark. He upset the Jews, the Roman order. Of course, we shouldn't forget the Roman order there. And there was all a little bit of chit-chat between the Jews and, got a bloody upsetting of the tables in the temple. He lost his temper. We all do that, don't we? We all bloody lose our temper. But, it was pretty nearly the icing on the cake, really, wasn't it? Because it wasn't long after that he, they basically caught up with him, and before long he was up on that. He was up on trial, wasn't he? It's all a bit of a setup, really. I mean, Barabbas, I've forgotten all the details, but they let him go, and JC, of course, he carried the can for his faith and that, and but he had some good things to say. Don't knock that, because some of it had all been said before. I mean, you look back to Confucius, and do unto others and all that sort of thing. It had all been, a lot of it had been said, these things, but of course it gets reinvented in later times, and somebody else stands up and puts their little bit, adds their bit to it, and off we go, and then before you know where you are, we got bloody Christmas round the corner again, and we, oh shit, bloody Christmas, don't bloody give me Christmas again. He'd be turning in his bloody grave if he could see all that bloody circus, and it's not what he wanted, was it, at all? It's a travesty, really. Indulgence, a bit of debauchery at the office party. Well, what can you say? It don't fit in when you actually look at it, really. Easter's quite a nice time of year. The old pagan festival, that originally, because they're all grounded in the pagan festivals, because we had with the sweeping of the religious Christian faith, converting all the Celts and all that, and they had to be hoodwinked, didn't they, into believing that it was all tied in with their festivals, and it was a little bit of sleight of hand and that. But it's been a mess. I do think it's all been a mess, a lot of it. But I don't know. I mean, I think what we'll do, we'll leave it at that, because I'll let you digest that bit, and we'll come back later, But do have a nice day, won't you? Because you're the one that counts, and you can make it better. You can make it better. You can make the world better, not just for yourself. Spread a little love and light and that sort of thing, and shine. That's all I can say. Shine. Yeah. Okay. Bye.